God is not the author of confusion, because He is truth itself. Every work of His hands moves in perfect harmony. Trees draw life from their roots and stretch their branches toward heaven. The waves obey the pull of the tides. The sun bows to the horizon so the moon may rise in its appointed time. Yet, among all He has made, there is one creation that resists this sacred order: man. For reasons older than the dust from which he was formed, man warps the melody of creation, living out of tune with the very breath that gave him life. What happens when harmony breaks within God and man?
He sat alone on the sand, the salt air clinging to his skin, watching the waves slide toward him and then retreat into the ocean's endless pull. At first, he was simply there to watch, to give his mind a break from the thoughts pressing in on him. But the longer he sat, the more the waves seemed to speak. Their movement caught him, held him. He began to time them, his eyes tracing their rhythm as they rolled in from farther out, cresting, breaking, and retreating again. A faint smile touched his lips, until his gaze shifted inward.
My faith in God is strong, yet that same faith feels like a battlefield I can't leave. Life kept pressing repeat, trapping myself inside someone else's nightmare. I kept making the same old promises to myself. Somehow, some way, this will change. Yet the cycle never broke.
And then, it happened. One wave broke differently, not with the ocean's usual crash, but with a sharp cutting sound, like a whisper carried through water. It was gone in an instant, but the vibration lingered in his chest. He looked around. The beach was empty. The sky above was a perfect, uncaring blue. Yet the next wave came in closer, closer than it should have. And when it pulled back, the sand beneath him felt warm, as if something deep beneath the surface had just stirred. He didn't move, couldn't. The warmth beneath him spread, curling around his legs like unseen fingers. It wasn't the heat of the sun. This was different, pulsing, almost alive. Another wave surged forward, higher than before, its foam curling into shapes that seemed deliberate, purposeful. For a heartbeat, it hesitated at his feet, as if studying him. Then it withdrew slowly, leaving behind a glistening trail in the sand that shimmered like silver under the fading light. A shiver ran through him, he thought, his chest tightening. But deep inside, another voice, not his own, slid into the edges of his mind, so faint, it could have been the wind, or a warning.
Lord, is this you?
You say your faith is strong, and yet your fear ask it, is it me? How would you know?
The horizon darkened. The rhythm of the waves had changed, no longer the gentle breathing of the sea, but a measured, heavy beat, like footsteps drawing nearer. He was no longer sure whether to stand and run, or to fall to his knees. The warmth beneath him began to fade, replaced by the cool, creeping touch of the next wave. It rolled toward him slowly and deliberately, as if testing his resolve.
I'm so tired of this.
He thought.
Tired of circling the same struggles, the same dead ends. Tired of praying for doors to open that stay locked. He watched the wave swell, its smooth surface hiding a restless force beneath. My faith says hold on, but holding on feels like drowning.
Because you are drowning in your thoughts of insecurities. God is silent to you now. He is unable to answer those who do not know Him. You say faith. I asked, faith in who?
The water reached his toes and lingered there, lapping at him with a rhythm that felt too steady to be chance. It didn't crash or roar, it waited. He realized he was holding his breath. Another thought rose, sharp and bitter.
Maybe I've been fighting something I was meant to let take me under.
As if it had heard, the ocean answered, not with words, but with a sudden pull so strong the sand beneath him shifted. His hands pressed into the ground to steady himself. The sea retreated, but not entirely. The edge of the water seemed to cling to him, refusing to let go. Above, the sky remained calm, untouched by the quiet struggle playing out below. But in the pause between each wave, he swore he could hear the faint, hollow sound of something vast and ancient, waiting for his decision. The waves did not retreat as before. Instead, they crept forward again, slowly, relentless, until cold water washed over his knees. The ocean wasn't just water anymore. It was a presence, weighing heavily on his skin, whispering in a language older than time.
You resist what must be faced, the tide seemed to say. You cling to a faith worn thin by doubt. But faith is not comfortable. Faith is the storm you survive.
His heart hammered, mirroring the waves' rhythm.
Why does it feel like I'm drowning in my own prayers?
He thought, breath shallow, mind fracturing. The sand beneath him shifted, as if the earth itself was responding to his struggle. A sudden surge pushed him, not violent but insistent, like the pull of destiny. He staggered, caught between wanting to flee and needing to stand. The ocean commands.
Choose. Will you sink beneath your fears or rise on the storm?
His hands clenched the grains of sand, trembling. The ocean held its breath. The ocean's weight pressed deeper, not with water but with truth. As the tide clawed at his knees, something inside him snapped open like a cracked mirror.
It's me, not the waves, not the world, not fate or failure. It was my thoughts within my own mind, the battlefield where thoughts came to steal, kill, and destroy. The endless loop of doubt, fear, and regret had been the true storm all along.
He sank slowly to his knees, cold water swirling around him like judgment and mercy tangled together. The fight wasn't out there. It was within.
I have been my own prison, but I am not beyond breaking free.
The ocean seemed to pulse with approval. Or was it challenge? As the horizon stretched wide and quiet, waiting.
For the first time in what felt like forever, not to escape the storm, but to walk straight into it. It's me, the enemy of my own dreams. It's me who carries defeat like a second skin. It's me who doubts my own right to live. But most of all, it's me who never truly believed God could love me.
He lifted his eyes toward the sky, tears burning hot against the cool night air, and whispered a trembling apology to heaven for letting his insecurities spark a war between God's truth and the shadowed corners of his soul. The sand embraced his ankles. The moon winked with a fading light, stepping aside so the morning sun could rise in quiet splendor. The waves sighed, their fury softening as though they too had decided to rest. He folded his chair and began the slow walk to his car, feeling the truth settle in within his bones. The same God who commands oceans and skies has placed his power within him. And in that moment, he finally understood his purpose: to love God and believe God loves him, to seek his purpose for his life.
For I am who I am, because the God of I am resides in me.
The battle is far from over, but now he knows the war is his to win. For the Lord has armed him with strength and crowned his path with favor. Every step forward is covered in grace, and his heart overflows with the abundance God has promised. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. And in that stillness, he finds victory already taking root in his life.
Mixed Emotion is a collaboration of short stories solely created from imagination for entertainment purpose only. In the event these stories may reflect some incidents of reality of any person's life or situations of any institutions, is not intended but coincidental. Enjoy Mixed Emotions short stories by VG.